at a garden in New Gloucester, and it's beautiful. This is Allison Vallin Kostovick. Hi, Allison. Thanks for having us.
Hi, Todd. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome to Finch and Folly.
Finch and Folly. How'd you come up with the name?
Big bird nerd. I have goldfinch everywhere. They're having a good time here. I'm enjoying watching them, so that's the folly.
Well, I'd like to have a little more folly in your garden. Let's go.
Sounds great.
So this is where it all started, right here?
Right here, 20 years ago, I started with one bed, and year after year, I continue to add on bed by bed. And I'm very excited because this year represents a whole redesign in this center area, and super happy with how it came out.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. The majority of our beds here are built via hugelkultur, and it's a great way to garden. It uses a lot of your woodland waste that you have.
Oh, interesting.
So the base are some rotting logs and branches and twigs, and then we layer it with some dried dead leaves. And at the end of the season, we add our green, healthy organic matter on top from the garden. We'll top that with some compost, and then the next spring, you're ready to plant in it. What's great is it's almost like building your garden on top of a compost bin, because down below, it's decomposing and feeding the plants up above, as well as retaining the water and slow release when they need it.
So this is your trellis system here.
This is, I love a good branch anything, but this kind of ties into my hugel beds. And the branch trellis is a wonderful way to grow. Trellises anywhere are a great way to grow, especially if you're limited in space. Grow vertical.
You grow up. You also have a good example of companion gardening in here.
That's my favorite style of gardening. Companion planting is interplanting your vegetables with herbs and flowers. It creates a nice balanced growing system. Great way to go about it is think things that go well together in the kitchen grow well together in the garden. I'd love to show you one of my favorite nooks in the garden. This is my bug hotel.
Bug hotel?
Yes.
This is so cool.
And it's open for vacancy right now, as the bugs will come here in the later fall, and then they'll overwinter here.
All right.
So come the end of August, we'll refreshen all the fixings in here and get ready to welcome a whole new set of visitors.
And then you put the no vacancy sign up.
Exactly. Now down here is our bird water, which we have a little solar fountain in, keep the water agitated. We have a frog and friend pond right over here.
Super cute.
Yes, and over here is where our bee bath is.
So Allison, this is a nice little spread you've laid out here for us.
One of my favorite ways to use edible flowers is in a compound butter. So you just infuse your butter with some herbs and flowers, and it makes that alone taste great. And if you want to go a little extra mile, decorate the outside of it with some edible flowers and you're ready to party.
You bring that to a party, and you're going to be the life and hit of the party.
That's my goal.
Nature-based living, because you're more than just a gardener. I mean, it's almost like you utilize all that's around you in its natural state.
It's just such a comforting way to be. We live in such a gorgeous state, and I'm so fortunate to live here in the woods and to be outside as often as you can, immersed in all of this inspiration. It's just, I honestly am at a loss of words for what it does mean.
I mean, maybe that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
Maybe that speaks enough right there.
It's a little bit of everyday magic. You know, no matter what your day is, you can go and step outside into nature, and any time of year, you will find something that wows you if you slow down long enough to see it. And once you start to see it, it's kind of like the old magic eye puzzles, because you don't see it until one day you do see it, and after that, you see it every day, and it's amazing.
So Allison, you have some very exciting news, huh?
I do. I have a new book coming out. It's called The Garden Maker's Book of Wonder, and it's your seasonal guide to living connected with nature, both in and out of the garden, all year round.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. Would you like a cookie?
I would love a cookie, and I'm going to go for the cornflower cookie.
That's a good choice.
Beautiful. Follow Allison's journey in her garden at her Instagram page, which is @FinchAndFolly.
Yes.
She's got like 65,000 followers. We're really hoping that you give some of your followers to us. You can follow Gardening with Gutner on Instagram as well. It's @gardening-with-gutner. Allison, time for a toast.
Oh, I'll take the one with the bug in it.
It's got protein.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That was a hawk. Here's another hawk.
Uh-oh.
So here's a quick thing. If you hear all the birds, your songbirds, go quiet, look up, because there's a reason why they usually do.
Because there's a predator overhead.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of chickens
I
running
got
around.
chickens everywhere.
Oh no, save the chickens!